you can call yourself whatever you want, but if you can't deliver results, well, you're going to be a broke friggin' CEO that doesn't have a business. You know, one of my mentors, I loved a saying he used to have. He would say, "Call me whatever you want, just pay me the money." And his world was, you don't get paid because of title, you get paid because of results. So it doesn't matter what they call you. You can call yourself whatever you want, but if you can't deliver results, well, you're going to be a broke friggin' CEO that doesn't have a business.
Because that's what's ultimately, that is what CEOs get paid for. And this is also a topic we've discussed a lot with the whole tax the CEOs, tax them more all around. Like, and that's a global thing. It's not just America, for example. But those guys get paid for results, and a lot of people don't understand that. You have no real concept of what it is that that person delivers.
But they don't really, I honestly believe most people don't really understand, have no concept or no context of what it takes to run an organization with 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people, to be responsible right at the top of an organization, to report into shareholders, to report into public shareholders, to report into a board of directors, to manage money responsibly, you know, and you paid on results, you know, so you've got to deliver the results, and you know, many people can't even manage their own budget, let alone the budget for a business. So, and I think people just see the money, but they don't take into account the context and the responsibility. I get that, but the reality is the key component is the upside of any CEO should be based on performance and results. But in the simplicity of it, you know, you have a huge responsibility. You have 10,000 people, for example, in an organization. You're the CEO. You are responsible. You're also legally liable for many things in that organization. That in some cases you can get sued in your personal capacity and go to jail. You know, people do something wrong in the organization. You know, we've talked about this before, but you look in the mining industry. You know, general managers, managing directors, CEOs can be held criminally liable, and they can be held liable for if there's an accident underground and all that sort of stuff. You can end up going to jail. Well, you know, I don't know, the person cleaning the offices who may be complaining that the CEO earns too much money is not going to go to jail if there's an accident. Levels of responsibility and your governance responsibility and fiduciary responsibility is huge. It's not just, you know, it's not just rock up to work and get paid huge money, and that's where people make a mistake. I'll sit around and be the boss and manage people. No, there's a massive friggin' responsibility, man.